Source Hunter. You have done it, haven't you? You've discovered the fate of Counselor Jake.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, it is. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah, it is.
By the gods, no one could have predicted such a dark turn of events. This is worse than my deepest fears made manifest. Forgive me, this news just so very upsetting. This thing. It was the king of tyrants, the embodiment of terror. The lunatics that I do indeed. Brachus would unseat the king of demons in sheer perfidy and malice given half a chance. For the world, for you and I to suffer his the possibility of his return is more than I can bear. And Ikara, that she has been dragged into this sorry business adds insult to insufferable injury. There have long been rumors that Brachus's corpse was interred in the vaults beneath the abandoned church. That place is crawling with undead these days, so the rumors may well be true. Where Leandra goes, the dead rise left and right. And even in death, they'll come to think of it. Did anyone in Evelyn's lair mention the name Cassandra? It's nothing, Hunter. Nothing. My mind is reeling, but I'll feel better soon. After you've cut short Leandra's dark pursuits. She is a great woman, Hunter. A champion of all that is good and pure. She may have killed Jake, but then again, I can only surmise that she is on to her sister's sinister schemes, which makes me fear for her safety more than anything else. Leandra. I know her, though I haven't seen her in years. As you know, she and Ikara are sisters. It's hard for me to believe that she's leading this cult. That she's delirious enough to go after Bracket. She's as smart as 10 wizards put together, Hunter. An opponent. Now, you said Jake and Evelyn called her the Conduit, didn't you? In that case, she may just be the elusive head of the Immaculate. There's a village in the forests north of Syseal where a new religion has taken hold. Its followers call themselves Immaculates. And this village is called Silverglen. And if my suspicions turn out to be correct, there is sorcery at work there.
Did it sprout legs and run away? Yeah.
Alas, I haven't the foggiest. Another sorcerer, perhaps? Or simply another victim of Leandra's ploys? The Legion didn't find a second body at the scene of the crime, so maybe he escaped with his life after all. Though, just as likely, his body too, and I will see if I can find out more about Ikara's involvement. But in the meantime, please pursue Leandra to the old church in the east and stop her before she can raise...
Brachus Rex's name alone is enough to turn our friendly neighborhood wizard into a scaredy cat.
I wonder why this ancient spectre spooks him so. Ahu doesn't strike me as the type to scare very easily.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Yeah. Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Yeah.
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know you're plated. Oh, she's a dear girl indeed. She's got a little cabin in the cooler forest, not so far to the north. I hope she hasn't got mixed up in all this ugly business with the counselor. Oh, what? Oh, you mean Sice, the undead of... Oh, that's not to mention... And, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself have a private matter I'd like to bring to your attention. It involves a magic relic I rather foolishly sought. A weapon called the Staff of Pergamon. The what of what now? Ah, you mean the Staff of Pergamon. Yes, yes. I was expecting a shipment of weapons, and among the cargo was... Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to deliver it to me has just informed me that the damn thing has gone missing. I fear it may have fallen into the wrong hands, and I wonder if you could retrieve it for me. His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter, a merchant ship still docked at the Sicil harbor. You can talk to him if you think it. The staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. I know use of the material to be forbidden, but I was desperate to do some... What? You found it? Oh...
Here it is, the Staff of Pergamon.
Careful that it doesn't wind up in the wrong hand.
Wonderful! Oh, it's simply wonderful! Come, come, you must let me thank you somehow. I've got it! A free month's honorary membership to the Sicil Library. Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed with you long ago, Source Hunter. Ah, you see, when a lady and a fellow find each other rather nice, well, rather more than nice, they are... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. I can't be bothered to chat all day about the birds and the bees when Sicil's under siege by orcs, undead, and cultists.
I knew that dark-dealing old man dabbled in source. To the gallows, I say.
The gallows? Well, I've heard of such a thing, but I've never seen one myself. I don't think I care to either.
To's Jagetta, friend. Dinor. The brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Celeron will have to pay yet another fine. The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Ständig. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? The knight in see-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Ständig. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Place this book here. A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! Volume 1, Volume 2. Where's the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Who placed this book here? A volume of poetry among novels? Urak! What mayhem! See-through armor. Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom. Ständig.
My, what a strong and handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle, am I right? In fact, I bet you're a real war hero.
Oh, I'm no hero, Esmeralda. I'm just doing my duty for the Legion.
Well, you certainly are my hero. The rock upon which I may rest my weary soul in these trying and troubled times.
Never fear, milady. As long as I'm around, no hair on your haloed head shall be.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop, rather. I cannot believe Jake was a sorcerer. What depravities did he commit? Was he planning to use me as a sacrifice? Ooh, I shudder to think that for years I have lain next to him at night, peacefully sleeping, while his thoughts dwelt on blood and devilish magic. Assure me, dear Septimus, that you haven't been fighting those awful orcs. I can't bear to imagine something would happen to you.
Oh, but don't you worry, milady. We Legionnaires are highly trained soldiers who fear neither orc.
Salutations, Source Hunter.
Attention! About face! Oh, what? So, let me get this straight. There are insidious sorcerers running about town that turned a council ambassador into a zombie for sport, after said councillor was murdered by some mystery witch who subsequently by Belagar's nethers. Sounds like a fantasy tale mothers tell their children before bed. And I bet none of it's more than fantasy either. Though no doubt Ahu puts stock in your every word. Anyway, be these truths, half-truths, or outright lies, it seems to me your business in Seal is concluded.
The immaculate amulet fits perfectly inside.
Malia. Precious Malia. I'm a fool. Please. You must stop him.
There sure is a lot going on.
Source Hunter. Ha. By the health of the Seven, you're here. There may yet be hope. Perhaps you remember me as a healer. But gods, what a herald of death I've become. Now. But you alone may save Seal, may save King Brachus. Brachus Rex from the tales of old. He lives. The mad Source King, the Lord of Chaos. I've done a terrible thing. I've raised a mad king from beyond the grave. I imagined so very foolishly that I'd be able to extract an ancient secret. I'll tell you all I know, Source Hunter. Resurrected, revived. The king lives, but not as the man he once was. He retains the mark of death upon him, the last of the mad Source Kings he was. The tyrant who nearly condemned Rivellon to oblivion. He began the War of Wars, marching brother against friend, until every land and home burned with death. It was during this dark time that your order, the Source Hunters, was formed. Bracchus was defeated, and Source outlawed from the land. Bracchus was a dangerous monster, but he achieved things no man or mortal could have dreamt of. He alone is said to have known a great... I promised to extract the secret for a woman calling herself the Conduit. In exchange, she vowed to reveal to me a certain power of her own. I was given a great stone, a bloodstone. But the Conduit said it would imbue Bracchus with life enough to share the secret she craved. But what he has become, his powers have all returned, and I cannot stop him. My failures are so many. I can hide them no longer. In my pursuit, the ghoul that guards the lighthouse, the Baron of Bones, the twins by fire joined. Their ghastly faces haunt me, and they in turn have undead, Source Hunter, unkillable. I fear this plague may never end, no matter how many times the rotten dead curse her name, her hell-sent promises. She claims to be a link between her goddess and the world of men. It was she who showed me that Bloodstone could be used for more than healing. Her stones, particularly powerful and potent, could raise the dead. What could turn any soft soul towards wickedness? My weakness was love, and it was love that she promised me. The Conduit had shown me how to raise skeletons and zombies from their graves. But what I craved was something far more rare. A second life. A true second. Now the Conduit's promise seemed simple. A secret for a secret. I tell her how to break. You can defeat the unholiness I've raised, Source Hunter. You can save the countless innocents that will perish under the Source King's mad fist. I pray... No.
Oh, by the emerald eyes of the goddess, would you believe that I can still feel it ever so vague? But my followers have done it. They have done it like I knew they would. Blood, the thick red gravy, the source of soup. How long has it been, I wonder, my first repose in death? An hour. The time it takes the seas to tear down cliffs. It is of no matter. A fable I may have become as time dragged on, but a fact I am once more, little one. Don't you, don't all of you, misery. I embraced Source. I drank it, made it part of my blood and my being. And so a warlord became a sorcerer, and a sorcerer became a king. Armies amassed, too many. Scores I slew, too few. Death took me too soon. Ha! Not a thing. There was a woman once that went by that name, until I mangled her body into that of a lich. Oh, my sister dearest, Cassandra, and her mad cat. Mere pets of mine, the both of them, tools to bruise and break as I saw fit. They bled so very beautifully. The reason for my resurrection, O simplest of spirits, is that I was destined to be. Were it not for the vainglorious fools that raised me now, a woman seeks my secret. For her soul is entwined with another's. Yes. Where once they were inseparable, now they have grown apart in purpose and intent. But my secrets are mine to keep. Perhaps when she lies shivering... They still smell like you do, by the by. Your brother and sister hunters, as they closed in around me that first time. I had but to look at them, and they rusted their chainmail where they stood. I undid so manifold they had to wade through the gore of the fallen. Alas, that there were too many, as there clearly are too many of you still. Although, life renewed has made me rather peckish, and from the looks of you, you need but the slightest of squeezing. Yes, look at you, plump as a leech, bulging with freshly sucked blood. Oh, I do believe, as my...
Precious life, returned. Grant me strength to destroy my enemies.
and torment.
So Theleron believed that by unleashing these monsters, he'd learn the secret to resurrecting his beloved wife.
Only a true devil would cause such destruction for a bit of fancy necromancy.
A devil? Bathed in rivers of renewal. As good as a new penny. Into the fray once more. On the mend.
Now, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam